everybody.
We're live.
Welcome to Wicked Wednesday.
We're allegedly live.
The
here
first
we go.
Wicked Wednesday of the
And
year.
Get ready. I'm magic. Watch my nose. Ding, ding, ding. There it is. Hey, there's our name. All right. It's amazing. It's like
It's
magic.
shocking and astonishing.
All right, you can take over there, Shayla Black.
Oh, thank you, dear.
She gets a little nervous when she can't.
I know.
Happy 2024 officially.
Officially.
We might have been a little inebriated when we rung it in for the first time, but
it's fine.
I recall everything that happened. I recall everything.
Well, you were way more inebriated than me. I drove home.
The problem is I woke up naked in bed. And I'm not quite sure.
How is that any different than any other day?
I'm not sure how that happened, frankly.
Well, you put yourself to bed, so I will give you that.
I'd like to have been put to bed. Thank you very much. But apparently I missed out on the festivities.
You were way too out of it for that business.
I don't know about that. Would you greet our friends?
I'm getting there. Hi, Tracy. Hey, Holly. Welcome back.
Holly,
hey, Lisa.
Tracy.
Susan, my friend. Lisa. I still need to have a conversation with you.
Susan.
Hi, Mr. B.
Mr. B.
You guys look like you had an awesome new year. Hey, Nikki
Looked like
Ann.
a blast where you guys were.
Hi, Renee. How are you?
Tracy.
And Virginia. Nicole. Hey, girl. Hi, Louise. Hey, Tabitha. Hi, Jan. Avita. Ames, how are you? Is it still hot as balls, girl?
That's all we ever say about poor Ames.
I know.
Get over the weather. Okay, let's talk about weather more.
Well, what else is happening?
Yeah,
how's that? What else is happening? Hi, Ruth. Hi, Regina. Are you back to work now like most people's? I know. Hey, Dawn. Hi, Selena.
We're live, Shayla Black.
I know.
We're live with our friends.
Kelly, good evening from Canada. We got your card. Thank you
Kelly,
so much.
thank you for the card.
So cute.
It arrived today, or actually arrived yesterday, and I picked it up today.
So cute. Hello, we got some Facebook users. Hello.
Yay.
Hi, Brenda. Hi, Vicky. Oh, I see Kelly. You're one of them. Hey. Hi, Beverly. What's going on with you? Let's see. Hi, Dana. Hi, Krista. Hey, Silly. And Tracy, how are you, my friend? Hi, Heidi. Hi, Fong. Oh my. So we got lots of peoples and we got lots to talk about. So that works.
Okay, can we get the elephant out of the room, Shayla Black? Can we just get the elephant out of the room?
Sure.
Okay, number one, yes, I am wearing pants because it's cold as balls
and
out
he
here.
Keeps saying how cold he is.
I'm cold.
Like,
damn
Lord.
it.
Put some damn clothes on.
That's what happens when you get old, okay? But then secondly, Shayla deforested the background.
I de-Christmased.
She de-Christmased.
Like I couldn't handle it anymore.
I was not happy. I was reluctant. I did not give my approval.
It's my office.
Master of the home. Okay.
My office.
Master of the home.
Don't care.
That.
The rest of this Christmas shit is leaving this week.
So
too.
I apologize for back to normal as quickly as we do have a candle lit though. There you go.
Well, you must have done that.
Because some accoutrement is required.
Well, but this is the candle I was burning, so now you're mixing my scents.
Oh, okay. Is this what we get high off of?
No.
Ooh.
Be nice to me.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Let's see.
Nicole says, turn on the fireplace. I'm not that cold, Nicole.
Yeah.
Talking to you guys makes me a little warm because I'm a little animated. I'm so engaged. It's just I start off cold.
Ames says she's getting ready for a lumpectomy tomorrow. Oh, honey. Crossing fingers and toes. I know you have just been through the ringer with this business. I hope that everything turns out okay.
Yes, sweetheart. Love you.
No, we don't want you to get out of the room, by the way.
No.
Deforested. I know. He comes up with these words. No, it's de-Christmas.
Heidi,
that's an official word.
Heidi is just the narrative that I was born with. And that's how that works.
Is the tree still up? Unfortunately, yes.
Janet is up. And you know what? She actually still turns it on every night.
Well,
because it's
pretty.
I like to think she does that to make my heart feel
good.
But no, it's just extra light. That's what ambient light. She likes that crap. I understand.
I do. And Beverly says she's going, oh gosh, for a mammogram. I'm glad though that you guys are checking things out. It's important.
Yes,
and I know I'm past due, so don't say
anything.
anything.
For you when you go, sweetheart.
Yeah, please let us know how everything's going. Thank you. 100%. Like I'm just ready for normalcy.
Tracy.
I just want normalcy. And Silly is 100% correct.
Queen of the house. Ha ha ha, Silly.
And Nicole's like, can someone take ours down? So we're having
if there's a queen, there's a king. So I'm just saying.
there's a conversation that we keep having. We've had the same artificial tree for at least a decade. We got it a long time ago.
Oh, at least a decade.
At least. And it's pre-lit and most of the lights still work.
We decided before, as we were putting it up, that this was the last year for that tree.
Hi, Lainey.
Well, the poor little tree keeps putting out.
It's like the little tree that could.
And it's like, don't put me on the curb. Don't put me on the curb. I'll try harder. I'll try to be better.
I know.
And now we're wavering.
I know.
You're so weak, I swear.
I'm not.
You break too easy.
Is it just me, or is 2024 of the whiny brats? I'm wondering that because I'm already seeing some whiny bratty behavior that I just am like, I can't.
Holly, I think we have a lot of brats in this world, frankly.
A lot of super entitled people who were never taught to consider anybody else's feelings. And I think we run into this situation over and over and over where people have been taught their feelings are more important than anything else in the whole wide world without realizing like other people have them too. I think that's so obvious, but some people seem to forget that. I don't know. Yeah. So, Susan, my office is finally the point where I can open boxes.
Susan, I saw all those boxes. Good Lord. How can you even move in that house? I tell you.
You were over Christmas on the 26th. Yes.
Tracy.
Yes.
Tracy Burnsie.
Yes. I would have taken it down, honestly. She would have
burned it, probably.
I would have.
Miss Bah Humbug. Oh, wait. No. Mr. B, I see your note that, I want the Christmas decorations up, but I'm Bah Humbug shirt.
Yeah.
No, this is a state of mind.
It is.
It's a state of mind.
The very first
year round.
The very first Christmas stocking I ever got him said Bah Humbug on it.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
I would have taken my decorations down a lot earlier, but my mom was here and she likes them. And I think after that, it was just a little bit like literally as soon as my mom, flew out, it was like, oh my gosh, I have a billion things to do that I've been putting off for Christmas. And I dove into work and then I just stopped looking around the house. And now it needs to get looked at again. So let's see. Kat, I was just thinking about you today. Happy New Year.
Kat Hill, don't you guys go back to school tomorrow, I think? Is it tomorrow? I don't know.
A lot of people.
We're still out of school today.
Are we? I wasn't sure.
I think they go back tomorrow.
Wow. Okay.
The kids.
So it's already been an interesting first half of the year. Hey, Paula.
Hey, Paula.
Hey, Paula. I know there's a song like that. So I feel like it's already kind of an interesting start to the year in the sense, like personally, we went through, of course, a lot over the fall. And I had forgotten, honestly, until my mom reminded me that my uncle just had like the major open heart surgery, quadruple bypass business yesterday. Thankfully, he's doing well. His two sons, my cousins, flew in and they're all together. I think my mom is going to head up to Phoenix tomorrow and spend some time with him in the hospital. I don't know when he's getting out exactly. It'll probably be a few more days. But he walked up and down the hall today.
Damn, that's
so good. And they had him sitting up in the chair for a good part of the day. So he seems to be doing well.
Did he get pudding?
I did not ask.
I'd want pudding.
I would want pudding too.
I'm a tapioca
but
guy.
I don't have any idea. I'm pretty sure that after having open heart surgery, that maybe pudding isn't on the menu.
Well, then my procedure tomorrow is not going to be so bad.
No, it is not.
It won't be so bad.
No. And he's having a little something tomorrow, but he should be okay. It's just
I should be okay.
They're going to give him something. He's claustrophobic, you guys. He has to like be in a small contained area. So they're giving him Xanax. So somebody has to drive.
I wasn't going to go into that much detail, Shayla Black.
But since you're claustrophobic, it's cute.
Yeah,
you're so cute.
It'll be sweet. I just don't want to have to do it a second time.
No, I know.
Right? When I tear the damn thing apart to get out. So
I know, which you would probably do.
Yep.
Holly, oh my gosh, that scares me so much. Like, I've had people ask me if I would consider doing that as well. Hats off to you. It scares me so much. I saw somebody who had that done. And after that, I was like, nope, Nope, no. But I'm so afraid of doctors and hospitals and needles. Like I'm terrified of all of that.
Sometimes you
So.
have to do it though.
Oh, I
Sometimes
know.
it's just required.
I know. You started to take yours down and now you have just a tree with no ornaments. That would be something we would do. We would be like, well, that was progress.
All praise the tree. All praise the tree. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I know. Let's see. So, lots and lots going on. Everybody's full of things.
We're gonna talk about the winners from last week's Book Bonanza giveaway. We had the Book Bonanza bags. And we've got our names, and we're going to announce that today. But huge thank you to everybody that joined us on YouTube last week. Much. You guys can see where we're progressing here, but YouTube is kind of the future for us. So if you're not watching us on YouTube, please subscribe on Shayla's channel, and because we're going to be starting doing some, I think, more unique things with YouTube as well, right? So, yep.
Let's see. Somebody had an interesting. Regina says, "Give the tree to baby for her first Christmas when she moves out." She would curse us and
Regina, I would end up having to pick it up, put it away, put it together, and it's a pain in the ass.
It's heavy, actually. It's heavy.
I've decided it's going to the street. I've just decided.
Okay.
Because I don't want to put the damn thing away this week. I don't want to do it.
You know what? What will we do with a whole year of that closet under the stairs being
able to get into it?
I know.
Holy shit, because it's low deck anyway.
It is. And and for you, it's really hard.
You get a head this big.
I know.
You understand that.
Okay, Kelly says, weird question. What did you all have for dinner? Mexican? I'm having a taco right. No, we don't really eat dinner anymore. We're weird.
Well, if you're asking about New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve was a whole different deal.
My buddy smoked a prime rib, which was primo, made his homemade mashed potatoes, which were
this is funny. I've also been wavering over the last 3 years. We understand we do.
Just punt.
And part of my problem, I'll be honest, is when I look at the trees that I could find for sale now, they're all like skinny trees. Like, is this for apartments? I don't understand, because our tree is like super full and it's like voluminous. And all the trees I'm seeing now are like, it's like skinny jeans. No one actually wants that shit.
No, I want a full tree.
Yes.
I want one where a squirrel comes out at you.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. So anyway,
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
So anyway, his buddy smoked an amazing prime rib. It was so good.
Mine was better. Anyway.
Oh my gosh, you're so awful.
Mashed potatoes, and we had a ton, and we're at salads and stuff. Then we had a ton of desserts. Baby made her lemon bars. I made yet another pecan pie.
And no one made me chocolate, just saying.
And then we had, what else do we have? Oh, Stace made her homemade banana pudding.
The banana pudding is the best thing ever.
Oh my God.
So
you had homemade chocolate chip cookies with a little salt on it.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted chocolate cake. You know me.
I'm sorry. Your birthday's coming.
I know. Ames, I feel like the Southern Hemisphere and Asia has really already had it this year. This has just been, I knew about the earthquake for sure. And I knew you guys were having fires. I feel like that's just become a thing in general for Australia, but I didn't realize there were floods also.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my, it's just so much.
Australia is such a huge country.
Yeah.
And you're going to have different things going on
for
there.
Sure.
Japan's earthquake today.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday?
Yesterday.
I forget. Yeah.
Oh, look at Nikki Ann. I never even put up the tree. Can I come to your house next Christmas?
Nikki Ann, you can have her. I will. You know what? When we go to Connecticut,
You'll put me on a plane.
When we go to Connecticut, I'll leave her. Oh
my gosh.
I'll rent your room out. How's that sound? Rent a wife. We could do that.
You've been told not to tell your son to consider others. What the hell? Absolutely. I mean, you can't get along with people if you can't understand them. Sorry, that's
called the world. Fact. Yeah, it's called the world.
Yeah. The current students in medical school exactly how do you? Well, and I know from having worked for one of the major insurance companies in the world previously, health insurance companies, doctors have a God complex anyway. So that's not good. That's not good. I like my doctor, but so many of them.
I like my doctor too. Well, he's a good guy.
It's the same doctor, but yeah. Let's see. Your birthday was the 1st of January, and I think Kelly's was as well. So yay.
Yay.
Your birthday twins. Happy birthday, girls. Let's see. You know what? That's a valid question. Conserving and not adding to the garbage, so keep the tree or help the economy and buy a new one. Valid question.
Yeah, you're damned if you do and damned if you
Right?
don't, Dawn. That's the whole issue,
It's
right?
true. It's entirely
Of course, it
true.
helps the credit card not to. So we're going to keep it now. I've decided we're going to keep it.
See, and then he calls me weak. Like, at least I can make a fucking decision.
You know what? I'm going to go to Home Depot and I'm going to make your ass one. Is what I'm going to do. I'm
you are not.
I'm going to build it.
Oh, I want to see that.
Just some super glue and some needles, and I can do it.
Oh my God! Does anybody want a husband?
And a hammer.
This one is crazy.
And a hammer.
Oh, don't forget your duct tape.
And my duct tape. Yeah, duct tape. I have lots and lots of duct tape.
Yeah. Hey, Allison. Happy New Year to you too.
Hello, Allison.
I know. You think the outside twinkle lights should stay up until the nights are shorter? Yeah, you know what? I really do.
I like the
outside lights. We didn't put any up this year. Our roof, the pitch of our roof is so steep that it's really kind of dangerous. And, we're not just like super young anymore. So getting out there.
I have no business getting up on that roof.
No, I've seen what happens when people do.
My limitations.
Yeah.
And breaking my ankle once was enough.
Yeah, that's a hot no. So yeah. Let's see. What's this going on, Kelly?
I'll get the C-hook and screw it to the bottom shelf of a bookcase in your office and hang your cardinal on it. I did. Oh, that's cool.
That's nice.
That's cool. We'll do that. We'll definitely rehang
my
it.
mouse is
still on our tree
and it's still not working. Let's see. You love Christmas and all the decorations, but I haven't said when I die. You know what? So my mom loves Christmas too. And she has she has those little light up houses. She's got like almost 30 of them.
I think she has 5 sets of Christmas dishes.
Just Christmas dishes.
She's obsessed with sharing with us that all the things that she's going to leave to Shayla, whatever your name is. And
I'm an only child, so
and the first thing we say when she talks to her, starts talking the dish,
eBay.
We say eBay, yeah.
And then she's like, "I'm so angry with
the
you."
Tear just
she
drops.
gets really upset.
The tear comes down.
Just like
you guys got to see Gigi Black last time she was here. Yeah,
I'm just like I can't. I don't. All the things.
I don't, Brenda. I don't think I've had Bucky's banana pudding. Have you?
I have. It was good. It was good. It was honestly really good.
She says it's really good.
It was. Amen. You know what? Amen, Ames. They really, really are. And there are so many people who are like, "Oh, I would love to have it." No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't, because the average shirt is made for somebody with a B to a C cup. Listen, you get into like start multiplying your D territory here, and shirts, like everybody. My mother is always, she wears button down shirts a lot. And she's like, "How come you never want to wear a button-down shirt?" And I'm like, "Because if it fits here, it looks like a tent everywhere else. They're just not made for me." Sorry.
I am just, I'm not going to comment on that because I might be a little prejudiced on that.
You might. You just might. Let's see. William, gosh darn it, my mouse. You have to get music piped in.
Rick Springfield, perchance.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't want to get excited, Jan. I don't know about that. Remember that 70-year-old man taking his shirt off?
I know. We were all like, "Don't do it."
Putting me to shame.
Yep.
Putting me to shame.
And then he did it. So Kelly, you've had a reduction and you loved it. See, I don't know. I'm kind of attached to them now.
I think they're very pretty.
And somebody would not like it.
I know I'd be fine, but I think they're very
you. Don't look
pretty.
Yeah, I know. Don't look down here.
Hold on, drooled a little bit there. Hold on.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. I see. I totally get it. And I know a lot of people have that problem. I've just been fortunate that I never have, but it's also been a lot of chiropractic and a lot of massage
Holly,
therapy.
I can't imagine what it's like to get it approved.
Yeah. How bad it has to be.
Oh my gosh. And to get the justifications. I'm glad you got it though. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. You said, my mouse. I'm subscribed on YouTube, but when I tried to get tonight, I can only get on Facebook. Sometimes if you beat before we actually go live on YouTube, it just gives you nothing. So you kind of have to wait till we actually start.
I'm going to try and add a buffer in there with almost like a longer countdown before the
like a 5-minute clock or something.
The show starts soon or something like that. And then that way it can just sit there live until people can come in and chat with each other.
You know what? I haven't had an MRI in a long time, but that was me too. It's been a long time, and I had earbud, with my phone and all. Anyway, I had music, or I guess it was headphones back then. And even through the headphones, I was like, all I hear is the like clicking of this machine. It was annoying.
Oh, that doesn't bother me. I just want some yacht rock.
Hi, Wendy.
Mellow.
Who won the night of karaoke and what song? No, we didn't.
Okay.
It was just for fun.
Do you know why? Do you know why I didn't win? I didn't get my song played.
Which song was that?
Ghost.
Oh my gosh.
Dance Macabre.
No. That's no. Let's see. Hi, Heidi.
I think Carl and
Coming
I
down
sang
to Houston, no tree here either. Okay, cool. Now I have more than one place to go.
My alleged buddy and I think we sang more duets together than we ever have in our life. The only reason why is because we're both shit-faced. So that works out.
They hugged. I wish I had a picture of it, y'all. I do have still pictures of both of them and Mitchell all singing something together, but I didn't take video. I just took still pictures. And by the way, the Depeche Mode Strangelove singing was not actually him. That was his buddy.
Okay, now you just blown it. Thank you so much.
No,
actually, I lip sync for him. So there you go.
Shannon, trees are overrated. Amen. The earthquake was a 7.6. Oh, that's bad.
That is horrible.
That's coming as somebody coming from California. I know, and he lived there long enough too.
I just left before Northridge happened.
So. Yeah. I left. Well, we both left. Yeah. And
I miss it to this day.
But it's not the same.
I know it's not. I'll never go back. But I miss California of the 80s.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was amazing.
Oh, that's nice. Donate the tree to a family in need.
I wouldn't want to donate a tree that didn't work though, Heidi.
Well, it mostly works.
Yeah, I'd rather donate to some place that would give them a real tree. So
you have to beat it a little bit and like take a hammer to it.
You got to wiggle the wires.
You got to wiggle the wires. That's a little frightening.
You got to Clark Griswold it a little bit,
Your son's birthday is Friday and your daughter's is next week. There's January birthday. We're both January birthdays.
My buddy's daughter's birthday was on December 31st.
Yeah, she was there too.
She was the tax shelter. Yes.
Yeah, she was the tax baby. But he and I are both January babies, and Mitchell's birthday is next week.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
The 9th. Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Aloha, Jocelyn. How are you? Happy
Aloha.
New Year. Happy New Year and birthday twin wishes. Yes, that's nice. Let's see. Well, you guys are busy, man. That's awesome.
I can't keep up with
Stay off the roof. I know, right? It's a bad idea.
Nicole, I am never getting on the roof.
Oh, you know what? Your hubby does that. I need a bed sofa. I'll build one. Yeah, no. No.
I have a brand new workbench out there
that you haven't used yet.
With some brand new tools.
I know.
And I can MacGyver some shit out there.
You can.
Right away.
Let's see. Janine says, I'm a little behind. It's where your old tree comes in, put it outside and decorate it. Well, there's some point to that, right?
Hope some presents appear underneath.
Right. Let's see. You said your tree is still up. Your mom used to love Christmas, so she would put Clark Griswold to shame. No, I know. So baby and I were having this discussion that was like the warm colors of Christmas, the reds and the greens, or now we're seeing these cool Christmases, which is like blues and grays and whites. And I'm like, everything I have is warm Christmas, but I saw somebody's tree and I don't even remember where I saw it. But it was this beautiful tree that somebody had flocked. And I usually don't like a flocked tree.
Can't say that. I can't say it, but the F-bomb's already been dropped.
Right.
But some flock trees are beautiful.
Some are, and this it wasn't overly done. It didn't look like crusty and super fake. It looked nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I, and then it like all the balls were white and gray and blue. They were beautiful. And I was like, I've never been one for that, but I might change my mind for that. It was really pretty. Let's see. Your mom gave you a nativity set I made years ago. Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
My girlfriend.
I'm always for more the live nativity scene outside.
Of course you are. My girlfriend had a nativity scene that her mother gave her when she was a kid, and her cat like came and knocked it over and like broke it. And so his buddy got on eBay and found the exact same nativity scene and bought it for her and replaced it because it was so meaningful to her. Hi, Melissa. So anyway, I think that was a nice thing. Let's see. La 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 la. You could knock someone out, Ames. I get told that a lot as well. I get told that a lot as well. You wore a button-down dress once to a symphony. I thought the guest musician looked like he was staring at me. Later learned he was. Your dress. Yeah, I've had that happen to me too.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a little story. In my previous career, this was maybe 15, 20 years ago, I had employees working for me, and I had a young lady who came from the field, and she was coming into the headquarters office. And my boss came to me, and she was a female director, and said that I need to have a conversation with that employee about her dress because it was too revealing. And I'm like, oh God, I was not comfortable doing that. I was not, and believe me, and I never did have that conversation.
Yeah.
I was like, you're fine, sweetheart. You just do what you got to do. And no one's going to worry about that.
We had, I remember one
Irene
time.
did not like it though. She did not like it. I thought it was just fine.
I remember one time we had a lady, I had just started working. It was my first job out of college. And I was working in this office, and this really attractive lady came to consult. She wasn't actually an employee. She was a consultant, right? And so she came in and, had a lot of conversation with a lot of people, trying to understand the department and where some of our disconnects were, because I worked in a really big department at that point. Anyway, she was recently divorced, and she kept wearing all of these blouses that were see-through. And none of the men were very unhappy to talk to her.
You know what? I am glad she's empowered to wear what she wants. And I think it's so important to do that. Yes.
So in the meantime, they asked her please to tone it down because it was a lot.
Right.
It was a lot.
Pop Sharon up real quick. Sharon, there's no charge. There's no charge to subscribe.
Never.
All you do is you just click and you get notifications when we go live or do anything on YouTube.
That's it.
There's no charge on it, sweetie.
Let's see. There was something else. Let's see. I had it and now I lost it. Somebody else had another question. Dang it.
What Jocelyn say? She says, I have an MRI coming up on Sunday. The last one with the music sounded like a drunken karaoke.
I don't blame you.
They must have recorded it themselves here. We're going to show her here.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. We were stationed in northern Japan. Oh, wow.
Wow.
You got aftershocks from the World Series earthquake. Wow.
Wow. That's incredible.
That was a horrible earthquake. I
remember watching the baseball game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that is it. It's funny when you live in California, honestly, like it happens and you just don't think that much about it. You just don't. It's one of those, because most of them are nothing.
That's right.
I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Unlike when you live in a place where there's tornadoes and then you're like, at least I can see the tornado coming.
Yeah, you can see hurricanes more, but tornadoes are a little bit can happen like that. But
they can.
But the conditions are right.
The sky turns a weird like gray-green color. It's not a good thing.
That's when you go load your gun and you shoot at the tornado and it make it go away.
Oh, we got more January babies. Yay. Let's see. Happy birthday, by the way. Thank you that you love the cover.
Yay. Isn't that a pretty cover?
It's so pretty.
So
he does amazing work.
Shayla said a VIP newsletter. If those of you did not get the VIP newsletter,
thank you, Kelly.
Go to shaylablack.com and you can subscribe and be in on the know.
Yes, know all the things because there is a lot going on, as I guess you probably saw. I know we're talking about flogged trees. Flogged? Not flogged trees. That would be interesting.
Is it time for your weekly flogging,
That's
darling?
right. Let's see. Your light's tamed from twinkle color to white. Our buddies does too. And I'm just such a, I don't know. I think I like the purity of the white light.
Sometimes I just see so much of it. I think my brains have been flocked out. It just
You're funny.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Is it possible, let's see, to comment to other people here on YouTube, like in Facebook? I believe that is the case.
Louise, if you comment in YouTube, the other people in YouTube will be able to see it.
Yes. You lived in California when the big earthquake hit in 69. I lived there, but I happened to be out of state. That was I'm thinking of the Sylmar quake, which was 72. I don't know about the quake in 69. Which one was that?
I wasn't born yet, so I don't know.
Oh, haha. Let's see. My. Always so busy, you guys. Thank you, Connie.
She worked hard on the newsletter. She and Rachel did a great job.
Yeah, Rachel is always my right hand in those things, and Baby helps out a lot too. So, I figure we should talk about some of the things in the newsletter.
Evita took advantage of the 50% off wide sale. So you guys, hopefully you were able to catch the 50% off sale on ebooks on Shayla's store. It's kind of a special surprise for New Year's week or whenever we put it up. I think it was the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
But that's over now. But thank you guys for participating with that. That was awesome. And
appreciate it.
We were happy to do it.
So I want to tell you guys some things that we're doing this year and kind of why we're doing them. So I have to take another step back. So last week we told you guys about some of the crappy practices of the platforms when it comes to audiobooks, like Audible deciding that they get to decide your release date. They get to keep 60% of your profits if you remain exclusive to them, even though you paid for the product. You not only wrote the product, but you paid for the product to be recorded. But if you decide to be non-exclusive to them, they keep 75% of the profits. And by the way, they get to decide the price of your audiobook as well. So because of these sorts of practices, I'm done. I'm over it, you guys. I'm over it. I don't like not being in charge of my own destiny. I don't like leaving my anything in anybody else's hands when I know, Jeff Bezos said out loud, your profit is my opportunity.
CEO of Amazon.
Yes. And so, when I know that's where they're coming from, they're never going to have my best interest at heart. Only I am. So, I've kind of made some decisions that will take a little restructuring and a little rejiggering. And I hope that you guys will be a little bit patient, but in some ways it's going to be a better thing for everybody because it's a lot about what we were talking about last week about me cutting out middlemen. I don't need them. I don't like them. I don't want them. They stand between us. They try to tell me what I can do. I don't, how to do it, what to do it, when to do it. I don't like any of it.
I don't like anybody between Shayla or I either. So trust me, she likes just one man that I know of.
That you know of. Yes. That's so cute.
Yes. Except for those special occasions.
Special occasions. My hall pass.
No. It's my hall pass.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
Rent a third. Hello.
Oh my gosh, you're awful. So, because I'm going to restructure some things, I'm also going to try to give you some other things, some opportunities to get closer to other things that I've never done. Y'all, I'm nervous about this. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm nervous about this. So after doing some research, I know we've talked a lot about, and I've told you that I want to go to some sort of model where I can give you access to what I'm writing at the time that I'm actually writing it instead of you seeing it, months later. Right. So I know a lot of people do that on Patreon. Again, Patreon, it works for a lot of people. I have not actually had a Patreon before. I have been a patron of other things. And I didn't like some of their practices then, and I don't like them now. And I don't like the way they've treated some people that I know about, who happen to have unpopular opinions or whatever. Like I'm not okay with any of this.
Selena, I did not see this link. I'll go back and look. Amazon advertising the General Public to publish AI generated books in their name as a profit stream. Thank you for sharing. I'll go back and look.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yet again, check the box. I mean, this is what doesn't things that don't surprise me.
Well, and this from the people who gave you KU, and I understand as a reader why a lot of people love KU. I do. I get it, but the devaluing of a book, the devaluing of books in general is crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy because none of this material would exist and AI would have nothing to learn from if they weren't stealing work.
You've seen it. You've seen it for a long time.
Yeah.
It started with music.
Yeah.
Now with books are a commodity. They're not a creative piece of IP anymore. They're a commodity to be traded and monetized for the middleman's benefit, for the retailer's benefit.
Yeah.
And so we're so night and day from when New York basically owned everything, which was not a good situation.
No, that was bad too. Like, don't get me wrong.
But it's the devaluing of the intellectual property that you spend months putting together.
Yeah.
Sometimes years. It's just not acceptable.
Yeah. And so, I mean, this is going to be changed. I'm not even going to, I don't love Patreon, but I like the idea of it because it allows me to give people, ooh, that sounded bad.
You okay? Bubba?
It allows me to, like I said, give you guys access to things that I'm working on in a controlled environment. Obviously, you worry about things like piracy and all of that kind of stuff, especially before a book is even released. So these are all things I'm thinking of. And so I'm looking at a platform right now, and I'm going to get some more information tomorrow, but I'm looking to launch this in February because I'm going to start writing Wicked and Ruthless.
And we talked a little bit about this last week.
Yeah. No, it's not Vela because that's just another part of the Amazon ecosphere, and I'm not interested in getting into more of that. So right now, I feel like I want to work on that. And I'm also going to start putting releases up on my store instead of, a day early or a weekend early. It might be as much as a month early. And then it will go wide. If you want to read it sooner, all future releases are going to start coming out with digital signatures, custom interiors, and any other goodies that I can get in there. I think it's important to give you something extra for taking the extra steps to come to my store and buy it direct from me. But that's kind of where I need to go because what's really happening, and this is, I'm seeing a lot of this in the author community. This is not just me. Amazon during, the lockdown period had a much more relaxed stance on changing dates in terms of pre-orders, but now they've decided to roll all that back. So you get one, I found this out today. You can change your pre-order date once, and after that, you lose your pre-order privileges for a year. So it doesn't matter if you just had surgery or you just lost your mom or none of that matters. They don't care. You get one grace, and that's it. None of the other retailers treat you like this, and they go on and on about the customer experience, but the customer experience isn't good if you had to shove a book out because they're assholes. So no. So they're getting books last. That's just the way it's going to have to be. And I hate that, but it's kind of, everybody, I saw a post from another author who literally said, you know what? I'm tired of the judgment. Everybody has to do what's best for them and their situation. And that's really what I've come to. This is best for me and my situation. I'm tired of them telling me how many hours a day I have to work.
But I also think it's going to be important, and I think it's good for the end user too, that you can actually
Yeah.
put more into those books that you couldn't necessarily put.
I could never give you guys that stuff.
And be able to have exclusively in your store,
Yeah.
people can go buy it because it's so easy to buy from us. So
yeah. And a lot of people do, Jan.
Jan, you're right. I mean, KU
a lot of people
has
do,
exposed a lot of folks.
But
I agree.
the problem with it is then for a white author, and I can only come at this from my perspective, I'm never getting in bed 100% with Amazon. The exclusivity, just on principle for me alone, I would never do it. Especially go all in. I know some people say they've made lots of money doing it. I just wouldn't do it because like I said, I don't want Amazon controlling my life.
But your Apple
Apple
readers, your Google Play readers,
Barnes
your Kobo
readers,
Barnes and Noble would, rightfully so, get upset.
Yeah. You heard about an author pulling out of a shared world and changing and charge backing another. I don't know. There's so much craziness going on right now. I heard some more garbage today too. People just snipping and whatever. I'm not. Let's see. I would rather support the author, not the wannabe controllers. Yeah. And that's really, I think you're going to see more and more people doing this because the terms of service are just getting harder to operate under.
In to quote a very famous philosopher, wait, what was I going to say? I forget what I was going to say.
I don't know.
It was a very famous philosopher.
AI is dangerous in your opinion. Okay, well, let me give you the flip side.
Oh, I know what it is. We're fed up and we're not going to take it anymore. There you go.
We're not going to take it. So I understand what you're saying. But the reality is we've actually been using forms of AI for years. Predictive text, AI. Spell check, AI. I mean, there's a lot of good things it actually does. I don't think it's a situation where we throw the baby out with the bathwater. And I also, to use another cliche, we're not going to put the genie back in the bottle, you guys. It's out. So the question is, how do we provide enough, boundaries and guardrails so that it doesn't end up owning everything creative or interesting or, listen, there's a lot of ways that it can be abused 100%, but that's true of almost anything.
And no, we're steadfast. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I know I'm not. We're not advocating writing books using AI.
Gosh, no.
Never.
Like I said, the most I ever do with AI is ask it grammar questions that I can't figure out and, stuff like that. It's a tool. But I would never use it to write.
But it's not a it's not a creator. It's not
not for me.
You're not going to write books.
Here's the funny thing. People who really want to write books because they enjoy writing books. Why would I want AI to take away something I enjoy? Like it doesn't even make sense for me personally. Now, what I will say is two things, at least in terms of this particular sphere. I spent, and I kid you not, hours in the last 3 days. I've probably spent 7 hours that I could have been writing. I spent 7 hours looking for cover images. Couldn't find anything I liked. Nothing. There is a temptation to not spend that 7 hours that I could be writing and find somebody who does AI and like, could you just please make me a cover that looks like this? I just want this. It shouldn't be that hard. I'm not asking for anything complicated. I just can't fit anything that fits the mood, tone, like I see it in my head, but I can't find it anywhere. And it's frustrating. And I don't have 7 hours to waste looking for something. And so I'm just saying, I think everything has a time and a place. Would I do all AI? No. But when you can't find what you want, like I'm a practical girl, you guys. I am practical. And it's not practical to waste 7 hours looking for something that I don't think exists. So there's my little speech. I don't know. We'll see what the future of AI is. I think, though, it's going to be damn near impossible to get rid of it entirely because there's always going to be people that abuse any system. That's just a fact.
That's called the human existence. Yes.
Yep.
The condition.
I'm not leaving Kindle. I'm just saying they're not getting books first anymore. My goal is to make my store experience, and we are working on the back end of the store to give you a better front end experience.
We're turning it upside down right now. Yeah.
And then we're also, like I said, I'm going to be putting more into the ebooks so that it gives you a reason to want to buy ebooks there. But the books that I put on Kindle, because not only do they take 30% of every book that you put up there, but then they charge you a delivery fee.
But the biggest issue is,
well, hang on. So that every time you put a graphic, or if you wanted to do pretty custom interiors, like they're going to charge you for all of that.
And over the last few years, we've noticed, and especially harsh now, you're starting to see it.
Yeah.
They're cracking down on the type of book that you can put out there, the content you can put in the book. Is it too adult themed? We've seen that every time I put a book up, right? Sorry, I ain't playing that game.
No.
So you're not going to censor my wife, period.
And the thing that makes it so bizarre to me is people want books with adult content. If like
edgy adult content.
Nobody would have a career.
That's why it's called adult.
If we didn't have these books, and yet they keep wanting to, do. I don't understand. I really, really don't. Dana, that's not really what I'm looking at either. And that's another reason I'm not a huge fan of Vella. I'll be honest. It's more like, it would be more like a monthly something where I'm going to give you, you get to choose kind of what you want. And it's a conglomeration of different choices. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but one of the options would be literally to sit there and watch me, I would dump chapters, I don't know, once a week, or I don't even know. I haven't thought that far, but I'm with you. I don't like, I've had things on Radish, which is another one of those, pay by the episode. It's not my favorite thing either.
I don't see that it's still a thing. I don't know. But
I don't know. No, I'm not going to pull them all down. I just, I don't know, honestly, that I'm going to distribute audiobooks to Audible anymore. Getting 75% or getting 25% of something I paid for, just to me is a complete waste and a complete ripoff. So I don't know. Vella is an Amazon product, and Patreon is kind of its own animal. Yeah, Vella is pay by the, it's like episode or chapter. Yeah. So they tell you when I did it for Radish, you have to break up your own books, and they tell you to make a chapter anywhere between, like, I think they said 1,000 and 2,500 words or something like that, and to try to end every chapter on a little hook and all of these kind of things. And I'm like, this is a lot of silliness, honestly. That's just my opinion. Thank you, Louise. And we're trying to continue to make it
easy to buy from us. And when you see this new iteration of the store that's going to be coming out, it's going to be, I think, much smoother for everybody.
Thank you, Sharon. You guys, this means so much to me, because I'm so tired. You can hear the frustration, I'm sure, of being told what I can do, when I can do it, how much money I can make from it, the way I can talk about it, the covers I can put on it. Like, there's so many rules to follow now. Yeah. And then not only do they want to tell you how to do all the things and restrict what they're going to give you and then take more money from you, like all these rules. You can't have a cover that's like this, and you can't move your dates and blah. Okay.
There's side boob, can't do it.
Yeah. So then on top of that, then over the years, they've changed the algorithm so much that unless you're giving them your money back to advertise, you almost have no visibility. So like, by the time they're done with you, the 70% that you made on that ebook, you probably made more like 30 to 40%, maybe. I know some people who are in the red. I kid you not. So many people are bailing from this business because it's just too hard. So they need the bloodline treatment. I wish. I don't know what people would be angry for them for. I mean, and that's the problem. They value their customers, which you should, 100% you should, but at the expense of, they used to treat books as important because it was where they got their start. But now they sell everything, so they just don't care about us anymore.
Well, in books for the longest time were the entry point. Now they're not so much the entry point anymore. I think people go there automatically anyway. So that's why they stopped with the affiliate program.
Yeah.
Cut that back.
Yeah, they did. Well, they didn't stop it, but they cut it way back.
It way back. So it's just not worth it.
That may be actually,
Susan, you're right.
I may be doing pre-orders on every site but Amazon, because I'm going to tell you, like many of you may have noticed, and I was going to talk about it tonight, because of everything that's happened over the last few months, I moved Tempted by the Boss Hole out from January 12th to January 30th. I didn't want to move it any more than that. I'm still actually writing it. It's slow. It's been hard for me to get back into work after everything and the holidays and being away for a while. It just takes a while to like get warmed up again. And I'm like, and the emails they send you when you move out a book, it's almost like, well, okay, if you have to do that, like, but the customer experience. And I'm like, listen, I know way more about my customers than you do. Why don't you just leave me alone?
Piss off.
Yes.
Eve is here. She says, did she make it in time?
Hey, Eve.
You have missed the entire diatribe. You got to go back and watch.
I have been diatribing.
She has been on
I have been on a tear.
Yes.
I'm not a happy camper. Thank you guys. And it's not like I'm just anti-Amazon. Listen, I buy a lot of things from Amazon. We did a lot of Christmas shopping at Amazon. Just as a creator, they don't value creativity anymore. It's just really, really frustrating. Thank you, Ruth. I think what, from our perspective, what the store has been lacking is, if you understand my books and my books and my series and what they're about and all of that, like it's easy because you know what you're looking for. If you don't know, if you just like stumble onto my site and you're like, who is this chick and what does she write? It's not as easy to figure all those things out. So we're trying to make it all, just break it down, break every book down. So you know what series, how long it is, what the tropes are. Like, we're just trying to get, you more information to make it easier. So there. That's kind of how I'm feeling these days, Jocelyn.
Jocelyn, take your TOS and shove it.
I mean, and don't get me wrong. Ask any author who's, doing their own direct thing. I don't do my own uploading. That's his department, to all the platforms. What is the hardest platform to upload to, hands down? You tell me every time. They're a pain in the ass every time.
Well, Apple's not fun.
Exactly.
Apple's not fun.
Oh, Apple's horrible.
Apple's not fun just because their process is so disjointed.
It is.
It was written by the platform I have to use to upload books or create pre-orders.
Yeah.
Is so built by engineers and
not actual
customer
people.
Friendly.
Yeah.
It is not fun. It is not fun.
So, but what I'm saying is, as much unfun as uploading to Apple is, once you get it uploaded, the experience is great. Yeah. It's fine. I have no problems.
Yeah.
Do I have a certain app? No. So if you go to the store,
you go to shaylablack.com and click on the Shayla store. You just add things to your cart and then you can check out, and it's a smooth process. In the if you order an ebook or an audio download, those come directly to you via BookFunnel link. And BookFunnel is just an app you can download. You can listen to it on your phone. You can read it there. You can put it on your Kindle reader, wherever you want to read it.
You can read it in whatever, like if you have a Kindle app, if you have, like, we're iPhone people, I actually read on the Apple Books app a lot more than I do on Kindle. I happen to like that interface a little bit better.
And notice how our conversations, we've talked so much about ebooks and audio downloads. Print books used to be the big thing.
I know.
And that was how we started off with the Shayla store. Now, once we introduced ebooks and audio downloads, I can tell you right now, the majority of my sales are ebooks and audio downloads.
They are.
They really, and I think it's wonderful.
No, it's fantastic because I love knowing, the thing about print books, I'll be honest with you guys, is, we order them and they ship and then they come to the house, right? But short of thumbing through every single book and every single page of every single book, we just have to hope that they get it right. Because I have on the back end seen some horrible pictures from other authors.
Oh my God.
Listen, I know an author who ordered a hardcover and she writes
from our friends at Zon.
Yeah. And she writes, some really dark, nasty, listen, they put like a couple of pages of her book and then somehow there got put in the middle of the book pages from the Bible. I kid you not. And she was just like, the hell am I supposed to do with this? And I'm like, I got nothing on that. And so we always worry when we ship you a book, if you're reading along and you're going to be like, we got a problem here.
I'm reading Wicked as Sin, and then all of a sudden I'm reading How to Build a Cabinet. I don't know,
it happens. Yes. I kid you not, because they print so many books. I get it. No, 100%. I don't want AI written books either.
Nope.
I don't.
Lainey, agree.
I just think that like every other tool around, we have to figure out what are the parameters, what are the rules, what's acceptable and what's not. And I think completely telling a machine to make a product, it's not like a sewing machine. You still have to guide things. Well, the sewing machine is like a computer, right?
You get what you put in there, right? And I'm sorry, I just can't see that being a...
Yeah. Hi, Nancy.
Now, in 15 years, when I'm gone, hell, that may be a thing, but ain't going to be it now.
See, that's a lot of it. I don't think I have talked to people who have, to try to gauge like how far AI is along and actually crafting fiction. And what I keep hearing back from people who do this kind of thing is that the emotion just isn't there, that it can give you a plot, it can give you character sketches, it can give you, an overarching story. Like it can help you do a lot of things if you're struggling, but what it can't do is actually emote, and it's a machine. I don't see, I don't see how it can emote. It really depends. Some are, Jan, and some
can
aren't.
Be, especially you order a cover shoot with unique photos.
Yeah, that's going to get really expensive.
We only own is really expensive.
Really expensive.
And just sometimes there's just, a lot of folks use the same images. And we're not going to do that, or we're going to try not to do that.
I try not to, but you know what, you guys? There's only so many good stock photos out there that are, romantic and sexy.
Your vibe,
yeah,
right.
But still, won't have the Amazon sensors going.
Right.
Yeah. Has BookFunnel changed too with downloads?
No.
Paula,
BookFunnel's the same as it has been. If they've done anything, they've improved their interface, and I think their app is actually improved, but the same process takes place.
Let's see.
Holly, we did do that. We did do that with Tempt Me with Darkness and with Capture Me in Moonlight.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
I didn't design that.
But we had someone design
No, that's not what she's saying. Like, there are some authors who literally make their own covers.
Oh, no. She should know you could never do that.
No, so I will tell you a funny.
So we go to
I'll tell you a funny story. Back when I still had a corporate job, I was supposed to be helping build some like websites for sales training and some other corporate like internal structure things. So it didn't have to be the most beautiful, awesome, wonderful thing ever. It just needed to kind of exist. And so they were like, okay, so we're going to send a handful of people who seem to be pretty decent at all the other tech stuff to Photoshop class. And I was like, y'all, I am not visual and I'm not spatial.
It was Dreamweaver.
No, I could do that.
Oh, you could?
I could. They sent me to Photoshop class and they were like, so, and I told them up front, I'm not visual and I'm not spatial and I don't have great eye-hand coordination, because all that's true.
I think you do pretty good with your hands. Oh, sorry.
Anyway, so I went to the Photoshop class with two of my other, oh, hello. I knew that was going to happen. With two of my other coworkers, and I don't know how this happens, but I literally failed Photoshop class. And so they rescheduled me to come back a couple of months later because I thought, maybe, and I was just getting over being sick.
Do you have a deficiency there?
I had had the flu like the week before. I wasn't feeling great still. And I was like, maybe I just wasn't feeling good. I went back, y'all. I failed again. I am not good at Photoshop. Like hats off to people.
And you know what? You look at Shannon and Rachel who taught themselves Photoshop.
I know.
And just can do amazing things.
I'm like so dumb.
We're just like, thank God for them every day.
I'm so dumb. No, we can't. They haven't uploaded anything new.
No, we're going to be doing some other merch stuff.
Yeah, we're going to.
More coming, Sharon. I'm sorry.
Sorry about that, hun. Question: do all these rules apply to paperbacks as well? So yeah, it's a little weird, and it's frustrating. So on the paperback side, you can upload. This is what kills me. You can upload a paperback, and they'll say to us, "Okay, your author copies will cost you, $4.60 plus tax and shipping." And that same book,
it depends on the size of the book.
Yeah, I'm just giving you an example. But that same book, they'll say the minimum that you're allowed to charge for it is $14.99. Meaning everything between $4.16 and $14.99 is what they're keeping. Yeah. So everything above that is what we make. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. So, yeah.
See, Dana, that's the cool thing, right? Being able to add adult content.
Yes.
We're the Wild West now with your website. We can do anything. Even
yes. Rhonda, yes.
We can actually sell that on Shayla's store.
No. What she's saying is they won't write
you're right.
sexy books, but you can buy a vibrator. Like you can buy anal plugs. Like, come on now.
Hey, Rhonda, real quick. I'm just glad your mom's okay and she's at home.
Yes.
So I saw your note.
Yes.
So, we're praying for your mom, sweetie.
Thank you so much, Tracy. I appreciate all of the
thank you, Trace.
All of the support, honestly. You're in Canada, make 4 to 6 purchases. Yes, thank you, Kelly. Oh my gosh, sex toys is our biggest seller. Not surprised.
What a surprise.
Yeah, not surprised.
But that's the dirty little secret, right? That's the dirty little secret.
But listen, I have sat across from an Amazon rep and said, help me to understand. You talk about the customer experience, but you're not in the business of giving the customer what they want. They literally can't answer that question. They just look at you and go, well, in case a minor stumbles along your book, I'm like, okay, but a minor can stumble along the sex toys too. They literally have no, and by the way,
or violence.
And by the way, books with, not that I'm a huge advocate for books with, something like incest, but they will deplatform those books if they're in a romance, but something like Flowers in the Attic, nope, have at it, have fun, but that's literature.
Or Go Dog Go. I mean, same thing.
Well, no, there's no incest in Go Dog Go.
That's a lot of dogs.
Oh my gosh.
Did I take it my joke?
No,
I can't say that joke. That's really good. Sorry, I can't say that joke.
Well, and that's just it too. I feel like they're taking your choices away.
Right.
And if it wasn't for all the deplatforming that's been going on, and it's getting worse, you guys, it's not getting better. It's getting worse.
Big Brother is in effect.
And so there wouldn't be something like Eden Books, and there wouldn't be so many authors starting their own store. It's not easy. It's not easy. And people would 10 times rather upload.
See, and I'll give you a perfect example.
Okay.
Look at the grocery store, right? And you go in and try to find a book. You used to see a ton of freaking books in there. Lots of choices. Now, what are you restricted to? These authors are great authors. I know they are, and they're fantastic. But it's limited selection.
Yeah.
And it's acceptable content.
Yep. With acceptable
content.
Covers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
we got that pushback on Target.
Oh, yeah.
People
asked me why, the original Wicked Lovers series got recovered. And that's exactly why, because Barnes & Noble and Target said, we want to carry your books, but not with these covers. So, So, Holly, that's a lot of where Eden Books came from. It was started after Kay Webster had, I think it was The Wild, deplatformed. And it wasn't that, honestly, I think that was a book because I think it does have incest in it. It was a book that got deplatformed everywhere. And after that, there was a groundswell of, listen, I'm an adult, and if this is what I want to read, you should let me read it. And then that other woman, gosh, what was her name? Lucia. I can't think of her name, but she wrote a series about and it happened shortly after the scandal broke with the gymnastics coaches,
Right.
and the funny business with the gymnasts. And
It
it
was
was
not
about,
funny. It was horrible.
yeah, no, it was awful.
Horrible.
But it was about a gymnast and a coach, and so it was just deemed too sensitive, and it was deplatformed. But she would have written that long before the scandal broke, and it just happened that her release coincided right at almost the same time. I don't know. I don't like that all the digital content. Yes, that's the other thing. Most people just don't know. And that's the other reason. Like, he got me the only thing I asked for Christmas.
You got a few extra things.
I did. But the only thing I really asked for.
You didn't ask for it.
Yes, I did. Well, I'd been saying that I wanted
intimating, but I picked up.
I wanted the complete series of The Office. I love The Office. I think it's hysterical.
TV show.
Yeah. And he was like, so, I'll get you the downloads. And I was like, no, I want the physical mediums from now on, because I learned my lesson after buying a CD, and I downloaded it and I bought it basically for one song. And after a year, that song disappeared. So now I'm stuck
because
with
they lost the rights to it.
Yeah, I'm stuck with a bunch of songs that I don't really care about.
So everything on Blu-ray now, right?
Yep. That's how it goes. What happens when an audiobook is part of a library collection? Do you still get your profit? So libraries that's disseminated through different channels. So Kobo does a lot of library. There's a couple of places. Findaway does them for audio. For ebooks, you can get it through Drafted Digital, or you can get it through Kobo. I think there's one other place that does a lot of library distributions as well. So it's part of what shows up on your royalty statement. Libraries are a little harder because typically they buy it outright, but they buy it at a much higher price, knowing it's going to get, like rented out a bunch. And so, like a regular ebook that you might buy off of a platform for $4.99 will actually sell to a library for something more like $12 or $14.99.
So it's kind of apples and oranges, but again, it all depends on what we price that audio book for the point of purchase from the library, because they can lend it out so many times. So honestly, if you do it back of the napkin, we're probably getting less through the library, but honestly, it's getting into more hands, which is good, because then more people have an opportunity to read and share the information and maybe follow Shayla Black. So cost of doing business.
Let's see. Have you thought about developing? So it's something that we might be able to eventually house on our site. The problem with our site is, y'all, it's already big. The reality of having 100 books, it's a huge website, and it takes a lot of a server.
And Susan, I love that idea. I love that idea, and in a variation, because I hate being constrained even by a Patreon or a Ream or something like that, because all of them have TOS, right? But I would love to have an unrestricted something like that, but I struggle on what that would look like and how big that would be. But that really is where you actually own the keys to the kingdom. If you
and I think it's something that eventually I will try, but I think the first thing I want to do is try it someplace where they have a guide, because I don't know what I'm doing yet. And it's a little bit like
you've got to set forth what your requirements are, right? What your objectives are. And then that's a very interesting concept. I love that concept.
Well, and it's something Shannon and I were actually talking about that the other day. It's not that I'm against it. It's just that right now we're not built for it, and we're not. I don't know enough about it yet to be like, this is what I want.
Well, and we would have to contract it out
for sure. Don't they throttle or forbid advertising? Yes. 100%. I have been told more than once that all of the covers for Read Family Reckoning are too sexy to advertise.
And which just drives me
drives me insane.
Because any sane person can see it's a romantic embrace or look or what have you.
Fully clothed people.
Hands are not on body. Hands are not in inappropriate spaces. I don't get it. Maybe they look too hot, Shayla Black. Maybe that's the problem.
And the other thing is, so this is another one of the little known facts, and it's another giant frustration for authors. So if you write sexy books, Amazon can, at their own discretion and without telling you, put you in an erotic category of any variety they choose. And once they do, you become ineligible. Your discoverability is down the toilet. You can't search for that book by title. It will not appear if you search for an author's name. You have to have an exact link from someplace else to go find the book, and you are not eligible to advertise that book anywhere on Amazon's platform. Period. There's no conversation. And you can't call them and say, you've mischaracterized my book. They don't care. They're like, well, that's according to us and the feedback that we've gotten, which I don't know if that's readers or bots or both. I don't really know. But they unilaterally make that decision and you don't get to undo it. And so I've seen the game where people will go in and try to change the categories of their book, and Amazon, it will take them about 2 weeks and they'll come back and undo it all for you too.
It's nice though.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really unfair. And I knew there used to be, back at the beginning of the indie revolution in like 2010, 11, 12, all of these people who were like, Amazon is your friend. And I was like, have you guys ever worked with a publisher? Like, I'm going to tell you right now, they're not your friend.
We're red pilling a lot here, but just a dose here real quick.
Black pilling.
Whatever it is. I get confused. I haven't seen The Matrix more than once or twice. We made a lot of money off Amazon. Amazon has been a good platform for us for a long, long time.
Yeah, for sure.
But the changes that we've seen over the last several years, especially the last couple of years,
have not been friendly.
Have rubbed us wrong. And I'm sorry, it's a business relationship. And as a result of a business relationship with a retailer,
it's not a business relationship.
You have
that's working.
to decide whether that's in your best interest to continue that. So at least in the fashion that you have been. Again, we're keeping things on Amazon, but it's
my last place of.
Honestly, it's not our primary retailer.
So I think you're not the only one with this question. Where are books stored when you buy from somebody like me?
Right.
So they will be stored on the BookFunnel app, as I understand it.
You download.
Unless.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, it doesn't stay in the BookFunnel cloud. You download it to your device, basically, right? So if you're in the BookFunnel app, you'll always have access to it, right, through the BookFunnel app. But you can download it directly to whatever device that you have. And, it'd be good one day if we did a quick walkthrough on how to do those things. We should do that. And we could do a quick little, what do you call that program?
CapCut?
Loom. I think it's Loom.
Okay.
Loom. And then we can actually show it and we can describe it as we're doing it in the background.
Okay.
So we should, I'll make a note to do
that. And kind of the same, Lainey has a similar question. You can absolutely send it. Like, you can send it to your Kindle. You can send it to your Apple Books. You can send it to, because all it does is come to you. Like, if you buy an ebook from me, it will come to you in a link. You click the link, you claim the book. If you want to email it to your Kindle, you can do that.
Lainey, yes. The answer is yes. Yes, you can read it on whatever
you want.
You can't read it as like a PDF on the computer, but you can read it as an EPUB file on any kind of ebook tablet or program that you have on your. And
by the way,
device.
They have amazing customer service. Like, I don't know the ins and outs of every platform and every tablet and but the people at BookFunnel do. So if you're having trouble, they will 100% help you. That's part of what we pay for, so that you can get help if you need it.
That's why I love their customer service.
Yeah. They seem to value anti-spicy customers and allow them. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is what, but this is the other thing that frustrates me is they allow authors who are predominantly KU to get away with things that white authors don't get away. It's like we're being
But that's
punished.
a business. But that's the businesses.
It is, but it's also they won't tell you what the rules are, and it's always like,
and
sorry,
why
I have a
would
tangle.
they? And why would they?
Well, because you can't ever
I know, but I
know
wouldn't.
anything or how to function.
But that's called business advantage.
It's called shade. It's called being shady AF.
It is.
Went on an app, Dream. Yeah, I had heard, and Radish works this way.
Yeah.
Which is why I think so. I have to tell you.
See, look at the end of that. It was poorly written and lots of misspelled words. Inexcusable.
That's I would never do that on purpose. For sure. I mean, mistakes happen. I understand that, but I would never do that just and be like, I don't care. So Dream and Radish, and there's a few apps like this. What's interesting is this is a model that's super popular in most of Asia. They love this pay by the little chapter thing because they read on their phones primarily. They're always on the go. And so you see in a lot of Asian cultures where they want that super quick drop of the really sticky, just super hooky, tropey kind of reads. And they just, it's like, so they love it when you drop like chapters Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or like they want to schedule. They want to know when their chapters are coming. They make time, to read them whenever you're dropping. Like that's just, but culturally, I don't think that's the way we've been conditioned to read. So I'm not sure that it's having the same impact here that it does on that side of the planet. Anyway. You love to write. You have since you were 12. Tried to kind of, it's a lot. Yep.
Yeah,
it's a lot. Kelly. And honestly, Kel, I'll tell you something. You have to like the business side of this business to sustain anymore, because the days, I mean, there were a lot of people who never wanted to leave traditional publishing because that was the way that you could just write a book and hand it off and not really be responsible for anything else. If you're indie publishing, that's just unfortunately not reality. There are some people, if you just want to write, there are a lot of people who have gotten following on places like Wattpad, and it's all free. What is it? An archive of our own. If you're writing a specific fan fiction, there's some great stuff out there. Honestly, some of the best books I've read lately have been fan fiction. There's some super talented people out there who just don't want to deal with the business, and I get it. I do.
That's right.
Let's see. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. I just, I know you guys understand. I mean, everyone works hard. Everyone wants the best for themselves. And sometimes you just have to say enough is enough. And I felt like leading up to the holidays, I just kept thinking, as everything was happening and I felt like our lives were kind of imploding, I was like, I know that I'm going to have to pay for this later. I know I'm going to get the, finger wag for having to change my date, but that's where I am. And that's what happens with life. And you just don't know when things are going to happen.
That's the kind of finger wag you want. You don't want the other one.
Oh God, that's a man answer.
Susan has a good idea. Susan, we try to do that with her free books too.
Yeah.
Because we've tried to make a lot of the first in series free when we can, and try to get new readers that way as well. But you're right. We're looking at a lot of things with the store, and going to give us some more flexibility especially for repeat customers in the store. If you're a repeat customer in the store, you're pretty important to us. So we definitely want to.
And honestly, so if you've ever bought anything from our store, one of the things that we're going to be starting is a store specific newsletter. We're going to give you a welcome. We're going to give you a chance to unsubscribe if you're not interested in the store newsletter. It's only going to drop like once a month. It's going to be super short. I'm just going to tell you what's new, what's coming, what's on sale. It's going to be easy peasy to the point. And there's going to be specific sales for people who get the store newsletter that I'm not going to share with anybody else, because those are the people who want to shop with me. I'm limited in what I can do to make you happy, but I'm going to do everything I can because I want you to be happy shopping there. So that's my thoughts. And the Shayla store has outstanding customer service. That's all him. That's all him.
Oh, I think Jan knows that. No, yeah. Jan, don't look behind the curtain. Whatever you do, don't look behind the curtain.
Yep.
You're a sweetheart.
Yep. You have both printed ebook. You know what? So that's another thing that Lisa, we're going to start doing, because I've had people ask me if I'm going to have bundles with, ebook and print, or can I get a bundle with ebook, print, and audio, or whatever. Like, we're going to be looking at all kinds of options for that kind of thing. Because I want you guys to be able to get things that you want, right? Daughter Brandy has bought several ebooks from your store. She uses Apple, uses Book Funnel. She says it's easy. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, I that's another reason, honestly, as an Apple user, I really love using the Apple Books app, because anything I buy, this sounds horrible. If I buy it, the email comes to my computer. And because I've tried to support Eden Books by buying books from them that have been deplatformed for whatever reason, because I know how it feels. I do. And so I've bought some of those books, and I get my link, and all I have to do is click it, and it opens on my computer immediately in Apple Books. And when I go to my iPad, there it is on my iPad. Like, yay.
Here's a big question.
Yes, as it stands right now, it should. That is my plan. That is my plan.
DDB is Doomsday Brethren, for those.
Yes, for those who don't know.
The beautiful cover that we showed today.
Yeah, that we showed today. That is my plan. Thankfully, this is a much shorter book than the first one. This was originally faded. So for those of you who read the series before, I'm going to be, reworking this one as well. But that is the plan, and I'll keep you guys posted. Right? You're digging the, yeah. You know what? He's such a nice guy too. That guy who does them, I think he lives in like Thailand or something. And he's just, beautiful family, super nice guy. And it's so funny because I feel like when we were talking to each other doing the Capture Me in Moonlight cover, we started the process. And then as my mother-in-law got sick. And so he was talking to me, do you like this? Do you like this? Do you like that? And then I had like 3 or 4 days where I just didn't respond at all. And there was too much happening. And finally, he was like in the background sending me all of these other versions of the cover that I didn't ask for, but he took my silence as I was pissed off or unhappy. So he kept generating ideas. And
do that more often.
And I felt horrible when I finally opened my messages from him. And I was like, oh my God, like, I don't even know the amount of work that you put into this. And he didn't charge me any extra for it. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And I explained the situation. And I was like, it's just going to be a while until I can really think about that. And he literally let me put the whole process on hold for almost 3 weeks while I found my brain again. Just the nicest guy. So anyway, thank you, Evita. I appreciate that. Let's see. I'm glad that you made it. Hello. Welcome. You missed my diatribe. That's probably a good thing.
Hey, I have some winners. Can we get to the next
okay.
segment? We've gone an hour or so on this.
Listen, rant. I can talk.
I know, but you're passionate about it.
I am.
And I think they appreciate that. I know I appreciate it.
I cannot tell you about the surprise re-release yet. But probably,
do I know it?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
But probably in about 2 weeks, I'll be able to.
Mr. B, vibrators and anal plugs. What site is this? Asking for a friend. Mr. B, I have a discount code coming your way, my friend.
That's right. Oh, look at me making friends with Mr. B.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like his pussy onesie brought us closer. That's it.
Mr. B, that's all she talks. I can't call you Mr. B. Christian, that's the only thing she talks about is the pussy
onesie.
Pussy cat onesie you're wearing. Just so people don't confuse here.
You sell sex toys for a living and you have to hide whatever you post. Absolutely. It's so frustrating and silly and The
you know
double
what?
standard is dumb.
It is. It is.
They're worried about content too. That's coming. Don't kid yourself. That's coming.
It was content and covers. They got feedback. They got pushback by Authors Guild. They changed it to just covers. But now, in order to get access to their expanded categories, you have to specifically say whether there's adult content.
Yeah,
it's the most
archaic, dumb.
It's the most generalized language.
Yeah,
so that they can come back later and say, "Screw you." Right?
Yeah.
You violated our terms of service.
This is, I've heard from so many people that The Wild is a really good book. I need to break down and start the series. The Balance series. That is Lucia. God, what was her name? Lucia. I can't think of it. But
Lucia Franco?
No. But I do know it was The Balance. Yeah, it was Lucia Franco. Okay.
How did I know that?
Because you read.
Oh, okay. I cheated.
Yeah.
I read a teleprompter really well.
You're funny.
And now
and yet these are the very stores that carried bodice rippers. Yeah. Absolutely.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
We don't talk about
that. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Brenda. And if you notice, like I saw this post the other day, it was hysterical, where somebody was talking about the languaging that we've had to adapt just to be able to find and get what we want. So, like Menage books became Why Choose? And reverse harem, because menage became that word you weren't allowed to say anymore.
You were put in the dungeon.
Yes. Yeah. And so my other favorite is somebody was talking about books where it was like, these books between like a stepdaughter and a stepfather and that kind of stuff. And so they're called the man of the house books. Really? Come on now. This is what we're reduced to. We can't just say what we want.
To each his own on that one. To each his own.
Well, but that's just it. It's not for me to judge what somebody wants to read.
Jan's asked a good question.
Am I translating?
We have still not attacked that, Jan.
No, it's one of those things that I know I need to do.
We need to do it.
And I just haven't done it. And part of that is there's especially, like, I'll give you an example around German. I've done the research. But if you hire somebody to translate your German who lives in Germany, the German government requires you to pay them a certain amount of money every year. You don't just pay them for their work. You have to pay them a certain amount of money.
They're then a co-owner of the
Yes.
product.
And I'm like, no.
No, we're not doing it.
I don't even know how that works. I don't want to know how that works. And I don't know who to trust. I don't speak German. So when somebody hands me a file and says, here's your book in German, how do I know that's any good?
Right.
I know that there are people out there who do it. I just need to find people,
Right.
Yeah. All right. So I know you have winners.
I have winners.
I know. Okay. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for staying with us.
Got two more things for you. I've got winners from last week.
And we have a taste test. That's going to be funny.
I had two. We're going down to one because we're running late tonight.
What? No. You don't get to take the one of no.
You want to wait on these?
I want them both.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so the winners for the Book Bonanza bags from 2023, because we're a little slow, the two bags of fun stuff, and they're filled to the brim, and I'll be mailing them to everybody. The winners are Diane Duffy. Diane, congratulations. And Tracy Albert. So if you guys will PM me in the Facebook, and then I'll get your address, and we will get those off to you. So congratulations to Diane Duffy and Tracy Albert and you won the Book Bonanza bags. So way to go.
Awesome. You know what? You are not alone, Lainey. She said she was confused about Kickstarter. No, it's not because you're in Korea. That has nothing to do with it, I promise. So you pay before, so it's really a site that allows creators to source funds to create things that they otherwise wouldn't have the money to create. So for instance, those beautiful gold foiled hardcover books, like I can't just to do a print run of those, like I would be into that for thousands and thousands of dollars, and I would never know how many I would sell, right? So Kickstarter allows you, it's almost like a pre-sale thing. Like, here's what I think I want to create. Tell me if you're interested. This is how much I want for it. If you're interested, give me that pledge. And then as soon as the campaign ends, like literally as soon as this campaign ended, what did we do? We spent 2 days ordering stuff so that we can start fulfilling it as soon as it all comes in. It's just a slightly different way to do it, but that's kind of the long and the short of it is it just allows us to raise the fund to prepay for all these things that otherwise we wouldn't be able to bring you.
Right.
That's about the best way to put it.
You got to catch up on comments.
I know. Are these people virgin nuns? That's a good question.
Isn't that an oxymoron?
I know, right? Isn't that true? I want to see their reading list too.
Prove Tabitha, you're right.
Yes. It is a major time
Regina,
suck.
it's amazing. It's amazing.
A total time
it's
suck.
Amazing.
And the amount of time that we spend going, I would love this cover, but yeah, it's really sucky. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah.
And Shannon makes a really good point down here. For once. She makes a really good point. You should never be dependent. I'm trying to use a better word. I had another word, but I'm going to say dependent on one retailer or one channel, because when you do that and put all your eggs in the basket, they can sometimes come back to bite you. I like the diversification model where you have multiple retailers and you have an opportunity to do it yourself. I hate where all my eggs are in one basket, and if they change terms of service tomorrow to say the cut is now 40/60 or something like that,
which they can do tomorrow if they want,
then you're screwed. So.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, Beverly. It will just sit there like everything else. Mine, like I said, mine are downloaded to my Apple Books because I tend to read on my iPad and that's how I read. But I know that there's a way to get it on basically every app. Audiobooks to the Apple Books. I've never tried, but that would be a great question for BookFunnel. The answer is probably yes. I just don't know that 100% for sure.
It's a great question. Judith, let me write that down. I'm going to look that up too, because
I bet BookFunnel would know. I mean, I know they would know.
Reading it on the Apple Books app. Yeah. For audio.
Yeah. There you go. That's exactly your question, Lainey. Kickstarter collects payment when the campaign closes, not when you're done processing your order.
Is that Judith Marie? Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do something like that. I wouldn't want to do something like that. I wouldn't go out of my way to do a cliffhanger. My whole idea of having you with me as I'm writing is, I think it would just be more of a community building thing, and you could see where I'm going and we could have conversations about it. Like, I think that would be fun. It's not me going, I'm going to dangle this in front of you. Like, I know some people get off on that. I don't know.
And for just a few more pennies. No.
Yeah. And I want to try it out. Maybe we'll all hate it. Who knows? But I can't know until I try. So I've been reading, you know what? I have been reading a fair amount of Dramini fiction. If you've never read Manacled, go read Manacled.
Sorry, I read that as Dramamine fiction, not fan fiction. I didn't know what the hell that was.
Dramini is one of my favorites too.
Is that Hermione's brother?
No.
Oh, sorry.
It's Hermione and Draco.
Oh, is that fan fiction?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Some of that's hot too. Just saying.
Well, she's cheating on
No,
Ron?
no, they're not together. I mean, it depends. Like if you read
a threesome going on there?
No, if you read Manacled, it's set, for instance, post-war.
Okay.
And that's all I'm going to say. Things have changed.
I'm a big Bellatrix Lestrange fan.
Yeah, because you're weird.
She's smoking hot.
Oh my God. All right. So I'm trying to. What about loyalty points? This is something we've talked about too, but we don't house your information. I never want to be like responsible, especially credit card information. Like, we don't house any of that. So I don't know how we would set that up. I'm not saying never. I'm just saying I would want to make sure that we're super duper 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 secure before I would even keep.
We have some partners that can do that for us. We just need to look at that.
So. Okay.
The world is our oyster,
and we just need to do the things.
Take advantage.
Yeah,
of it.
Absolutely. So that will be the next step. Will be a store newsletter, and I'm excited. I'm really excited, you guys. We'll William gives excellent customer service. Look at you. You get high marks.
I need a little cap.
That's right. Gosh darn it, my mouse doesn't want to work. Stop it. You need to change the return address. My husband gets upset when he knows where it came from.
Oh my God, Nikki Ann.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Speaking of newsletter, I keep forgetting, but I get 2 emails. Oh, okay.
Tracy, I will look that up and find out. I'll take care of it. I just got to find your email address. When you PM me, just include your email address.
Yeah, include both of them because he can find them.
Then I can kill one of those.
Yeah. So. Oh, Louise says she also gets 2. So FYI.
Okay, got it.
Let's see.
Sweet Louise Matthews.
Yep.
Okay.
Amen, Rhonda. Everybody's offended over everything. Oh my gosh, it's exhausting.
It is exhausting. My head hurts.
Yeah, so some of my a lot of my traditionally published books got translated into Spanish, French, Portuguese. I had some Russian, Japanese. I had some Japanese.
I love those books.
Yeah, they were so pretty.
They were so pretty.
But that was all done through a traditional publisher who had those relationships with other traditional publishers in other countries. Foreign sales anymore aren't the thing. It's all gone to indie foreign translations. I need to do it. I need to try. It's going to be a lot of work. Yikes. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for sticking with us.
Oh my God, you're getting caught up. We're still about an hour behind in comments. So,
if lady, you're not the first person to say this, and I've actually had conversations with a few people post campaign. For a few people, I mean, if you are interested, I can get you into the ebook tier. All the physical goods have been ordered, but if you're interested, let me know and I can get you into the ebook tier.
I think we'll do next time. We'll do a loom like I was talking about with Kickstarter for folks that have not done it before. Susan, highlight Susan. Okay. So Judith Marie, if you're still with us, Susan answered your question. No, unfortunately, BookFunnel uses another app for audiobooks. So I think, because you can listen directly on the BookFunnel app.
Which is what I've done.
If it's on your device, that's probably the easiest thing to do. It doesn't apparently allow you to offboard that to another app. Now, ebooks are a different thing. You can do that, but audiobooks, you can't. But I'll say this, the BookFunnel app for listening to audiobooks works extremely well. Yeah,
I didn't have any trouble with it. So if you guys weren't aware, Golden Angel is about to launch her
Golden
Kickstarter.
Angel.
She's so sweet, you guys, and she was so wonderful and helpful during the Dark, Dangerous, and Vengeful campaign. So
she's a TikTok master.
She's really, really good at it. I know. I need to get better. I need to actually just get off my ass and do more TikToks. I always feel like when I'm not put together, and I know people are like, no, just get on TikTok with your bun and no makeup. And
after this, we're going to record 10 TikToks.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
I'm tired.
You have to change clothes every time, so it looks like it's something different. Okay.
Let's see. Somebody's saying, here's another answer to that. I would try to upload a BookFunnel audiobook into iTunes from your computer. Yeah, it might work that way from a computer.
I don't know.
No, probably not from a phone. I don't know. Manacled was your first. It was so good. It's 382,000 words. It's giant. Remain Nameless was good. God, I have a whole collection of them. The Auction is very good, but don't read it back to back with Manacled because you'll get confused about the world rules. There's some similarities. But try Remain Nameless. It's really nice. I know a lot of people aren't, but a lot of people are. So it's, it's a little bit of something for everybody. Really did customer service want to cancel? Not Prime. If you're a KU person and you have a bunch of KU books, when you cancel your KU, you will lose all your whatever KU books you have on your Kindle, but not your Prime has nothing to do with that.
Hit Eve real quick.
Hang on. Manacled, Harry Potter. Yeah, it's so good. And I will give anybody a link who wants it. I'm offended
by them being offended by something offensive.
Yes, absolutely. If all the authors agree, could you do? Well, actually, Sierra and I are in the middle of Sierra Cartwright and I are in the middle of having a conversation about doing another one that's slightly different, but it will still be lots of fun. In fact, we had about a 2-hour call today trying to narrow some things down. So if you read the newsletter, if you really combed through it, you'll see I'm looking at hopefully an April launch of something. So it's still all in the works, but
if you're VIP Shayla Black
yes,
newsletter
you'll
fan,
get all the things.
You will get it first.
Which book is Golden doing? I don't know, because I saw it before the cover reveal and I haven't hardly been on social media since. Somebody else probably knows, but if you go to Kickstarter and look up Golden Angel, I think her Kickstarter launches in the next couple of days.
I think it's known as Sweet Golden Angel.
I know.
She's a sweetheart.
She mentioned, yeah. So we're hoping, because I invited everybody up to come pack boxes. It is going to be so super interesting. Y'all, we have hundreds of physical boxes, never mind the hundreds of ebooks that he gets to send out when we're ready. But
I have the shipping czar.
Hundreds.
Do I get a sash?
You do.
Or something? Shipping czar?
No, I don't think it will, Kelly, because you really can't put fan fiction into print. I mean, if you wanted to take the file and pay the money to have it printed yourself, you could do that. But the author sending it to a printer and making money off of it would violate J.K. Rowling's copyright. So no, it's one of those things. It's wholly worth the read. It's a little slow to start, but once you get there, it's OMFG, I promise you. Where do you find Manacled? You find it on a site called An Archive of Our Own. But hang on, let me see if I can find it. I might actually have it saved. Give me like one hot second. It's just going to take me a minute to find it.
Well, in the meantime, I'll perform a song.
Oh, why don't you open said package?
Oh, okay. No song then, I guess.
No.
All right, so we're moving on to
that.
the taste test. I still think you got a lot of comments, but we're going to move on because I'm 1 hour and 43 minutes in, Shayla Black. It is way past my bedtime.
I know.
Okay, I was at Walmart today, guys, and guess what I found? Shannon, your daughter's going to want this, and that's exactly what I thought of it. Chester Cheetahs. Oh, I can't see myself.
You don't need to.
Cheetos. What is this? Popcorn. Cheddar jalapeno.
It's popcorn.
I thought it was a Cheeto too until I read it. It's Cheetos popcorn, cheddar and jalapeno. And cheddar and jalapeno sounds amazing to me. We have 2 taste tests tonight. But this is one I thought we would try. I love it's got Chester Cheetah on it. And look here, Shannon, he actually signs it down here, which is really cool. So we're going to try this one.
Okay, here is Lainey and anybody else who's interested. Here is the link, the direct link to start Manacled. It's so awesome. Just saying.
Oh my gosh. That's very cheddary.
Oh,
look at that.
Yeah.
Doesn't that look good? All 160 calories for what? 3 kernels? No. 2 cups.
And she says Autumn will fight you for that bag.
I got to see if it's too hot for her, though. So here, hold your hand out. Hold your hand out. This was at Walmart, by the way.
Oh, that's right. Rhonda reminded me Golden's Kickstarter is Cherry Poppin' Daddies, and it launches on the 9th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mr. B, it does look amazing. It smells incredible.
Here we go. Good. Okay, ready?
Here we go.
We're ready.
You guys see it? All right. 1,
2, 3. Okay. That's definitely hot, but it's good. That's good.
It's not hot.
It is a little bit.
No.
It is a little bit.
But you taste the jalapeno. You really do.
You do.
It's very cheesy.
It is.
It's actually the right amount of dusting on it.
It's very good.
It didn't lose the crunch.
Mm-mm.
You definitely taste the spices of the jalapeno. It's not hot. It might be a little warm.
It's a little spicy. Like, if you don't like spicy food at all, this isn't for you, but
actually really good.
If you like a little something, this is good.
I actually kind of like this. Here, Mr. B, hold your hand out.
Night, Nancy.
That's a Seal of approval, Shayla Black, scale of 1 to 5. What is this?
It's 4-ish.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Okay.
3.5.
Yeah, I was in the middle.
And it's good.
Okay. Yeah.
What did Mr. B say he's doing? He's licking the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. B, you should find better
things to lick. That's not the screen. Ask Anna.
Oh no!
But bum.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're really good, Kelly. And I'm not usually a big jalapeno fan, so the fact that I like them is
just. And those of you that send us sweets and treats and cookies,
thank you.
They have been eaten. They're gone.
They're pretty much gone.
They're good. Well, actually, I think we have one left. I think
some of the candy that doesn't go
there's
bad.
one thing in a tin I want to try for a taste test next time.
Okay.
So, Virginia, I think you know who I'm talking about. All right. So I saw this at the Walmart as well, from Mrs. Freshly. I didn't know Mrs. Freshly made these.
I didn't have any idea.
Reese's peanut butter flavored cupcakes,
which is like processed AF.
I'm afraid. I'm
afraid for you because you're gonna like them. I have a feeling.
230 calories per cupcake. So we're gonna split one.
Okay.
And I'm not even sure I'm gonna eat a whole one or eat a half of one. Because we are back on the wagon.
Mr. B, look at this.
I would, but she's behind her deadline.
Where does that sound familiar at all?
Yeah, exactly. Been on the freaking beach for a long time here, Shayla Black. Okay, this is what it looks like. Almost like a spider.
It does. Look at this. Tracy's like, my teeth hurt just looking
look
at that.
Look at that.
I know, right?
I'm going to get you guys a cross section.
Oh, here. Eve says they suck. Okay. All right. I'm afraid.
Opening it up. I'm smelling. It smells like a ding dong.
Yeah, a little bit. Kelly says she didn't like the Reese's cupcakes either.
Smells like a ding dong. Well, it's probably why it was on clearance. So, and I only buy things on clearance. So, all right. So I'm going to cut this in half so you can see what it looks like in person. It feels, pardon the term, moist.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to cut it in half.
It's a very long book, Lainey. So it will take you a hot minute. I've read it twice. I'll be honest.
All right. So you can
but I'm a fast reader.
You can see the cross section of the
Vicky
peanut
didn't
butter
like them
on
either.
The
so that's
inside.
3 people who didn't like them.
All right. So here, I'll give you half and I'll give half, and then we'll just both
take
a bite. Okay, we're having Mrs. Freshly's Deluxe.
Selena says it's time for another Alpha Talk, by the way.
Reese's peanut butter flavored cups. Okay, before we eat this, Selena, I had a whole diatribe to talk about tonight. I had a whole thing I didn't even tell her about, and I haven't even shown you the email yet from a family perspective. And I am so livid right now, but I was going to be a big topic for tonight about something very serious and something I take really important.
I didn't know.
But we didn't have. No, it's okay. I should have told you. That is perfect for the Alpha Talk.
Okay.
Because I'm angry. Okay. So, okay, here we go. So there we go.
All right.
We're going in. We're going in and go. Get some of the ship.
I know. Not a fan.
I don't even taste peanut butter.
No. It's like the texture, the peanut
Smell
butter.
It now. Smell it right here.
The texture makes the peanut butter weird, but it
smells nasty.
You know what it is?
Ugh.
Too, it tastes so freaking processed that it doesn't actually taste like food.
Yeah. We're not going to eat any more.
I don't. Yuck. That was it. You the 100%. They taste plastic.
That was nasty.
Bruce said it was funny looking at our faces.
Scale of 1 to 5, 5 being best.
Maybe
for the Reese's peanut butter flavored crap cupcakes.
Maybe 1.5. Maybe.
Okay, mine gets a 0.5. A 0.5. Not good.
No.
Now the saving grace here is, guys, and I think I've told you this last week or week before. If I did, you know what? I'm older. I repeat myself. It happens. Guess what?
Tracy says -5.
Guess what? Yeah, exactly, Trace. Texas is getting. Texas is coming to Texas.
I know. And you're very excited.
Tim Hortons is coming to Texas.
He loves Tim Hortons.
I love Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is my jam. And one day I'm going to get a Tim Hortons mug or something. But I love their coffee too. So I just drink it black. You guys know I'm a black coffee drinker. And this was at Walmart for $6.99. Good buy. but Tim Hortons donut shop is coming to Texas, just like Bojangles is now finally here in Texas.
Where?
Have I been to Bojangles yet?
Where?
No, it's in the mid cities.
Oh, is it?
So I need to
thought
go.
it was going to like Richardson or something.
Whatever. I need to go.
All right, we'll go.
And then when Tim Hortons comes in, we need to go there too, because Tim Hortons is life.
Yeah, he's very excited.
So there's your positive news for
so now our broadcast is almost to 2. I don't think we've done one this long in forever. So that's me and my diatribe.
I stayed awake. I stayed awake too. So
I know.
I know. It's so past my bedtime.
And I am working on almost no sleep, you guys. So this is crazy that I feel wide awake.
Well, you guys have been awesome to stay with us so late. We're not going to hold you anymore.
No.
I'm not even going to make you live for the pie at the end. I'm just going to cut it. Well, no.
Lady, yeah, we live in the Dallas area, so
yeah.
And she said she's from San Antonio.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. So you know what? Anything else to share about?
Just the usual. I hope the rest of your week is awesome. You guys with having medical things happening, please keep us posted. We think about you, we worry about you.
We do.
And I hope your weekend is great. Next weekend we'll try to be a little more organized.
But you know what? It was a great conversation. Everyone was great with their feedback.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it's from the heart. They're not going to get this from other folks.
Well, and I feel like, my whole idea was I just want to be honest with you about why I'm doing some of the things I'm doing, because it is going to seem weird for a while. It's not the way I've done things traditionally. And I'm going to be leaning into things that I can control because I'm just tired of people telling me how to live my life.
So the 2 important shows you guys need to remember every week.
There's 2.
There's 2.
Okay.
There's Talk Tuesday.
With Anna and Mr. B.
Fine. Thank you. And Wicked Wednesday.
That's
with
right.
William Black and her.
And whoever this chick is over here, I don't know.
And Tim Horton, right?
And Tim Horton.
It's important.
And no more plastic cupcakes, I promise.
So you know what goes great with Tim Horton?